news at noon. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu identifies need to focus on non-oil alternative to grow economy. Health Minister expresses worries over rising malaria prevalence in Ogun State. Under fines in Ugandan opposition leader faces military court. And in sport, former UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman doubtful of return in December amid talks of bout with Shavkat Rakhmonov. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has identified the need to focus on boosting the non-oil alternatives that will aid full diversification of the national economy. Governor Sanwo-Olu said this is more critical than ever as the nation grapples with inevitable realities of microeconomic reforms being implemented by the government. The governor stated this while delivering the 36th convocation lecture of the Yaba College of Technology. Yaba Tech was the theme, developing exportable alternative for Nigeria's economic recovery. He said decades of dependence on importation of finished goods and export of a single commodity had made foreign exchange the sole dominant of the nation's economic stability. Governor Sanwo-Olu emphasized the need to harness export potential and develop non-oil commodities market in the nation, gradually making its way into the phase of recovery, adding that these will balance the shortfall in foreign exchange earnings. The contractors handling various housing projects on behalf of Lagos State government have been warned to deliver all aspects of the project as scheduled in all contract agreement, or have contracts terminated and rewarded to those who will deliver on time. Commissioner for Housing, Maruf Akindero Fatai, who had earlier expressed his displeasure and dissatisfaction on the level of work done during a routine inspection to Shongo Tedo Housing Estate, Etiosa Phase 2, lamented that the project is yet to get to the expected level despite Lagos State government's commitment and support to the contractors. Maruf repeated his dissatisfaction after an evaluation of the project, formal briefs from project supervisors, and a follow-up meeting between the ministry's technical team and the project's contractors at the ministry's conference room at the Secretariat at Alausa. The commissioner frowned at the slow pace of work witnessed at some of the project site, visited and directed the affected contractors to increase the speed of work or be excused from the site. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has warned the general public to be cautious of fraudulent SWIFT messages and unsubstantiated claims regarding foreign currency transfers allegedly withheld by Nigerian banks or Apex Bank itself. The warning follows a surge in petitions from private individuals, law firms, government agencies, and private entities claiming that the foreign currency funds sent to their account by foreign entities have not been credited. Acting Director of Corporate Communications, NCBN, Akama Ali, stated that these claims are often accompanied by fake documents purportedly as proof of remittance. She described these documents as unreliable, emphasizing that they cannot be traced on the SWIFT platform, warning that any individual or organization found making unfounded and illegitimate claims will face severe legal consequences. Now to the rest of the stories. The Minister of Health, Ali Pate, has expressed concern over the rise in prevalence of malaria in Ogun State. He noted that while malaria prevalence is coming down nationally, it is rather spiking in the state. Pate stated this in Abeokuta during the flag off of the distribution of 3.1 million insecticide-treated nets provided by the Society for Family Health in conjunction with the Ogun State and the federal government. The minister, who was represented by a director from the Federal Ministry of Health, David Oyeleke, said Nigeria currently accounts for 27% of the global burden of malaria and 31% of global malaria mortality. On her part, Ogun State Deputy Governor Noimot Salako Yedele underscored the importance of people sleeping inside the net to combat malaria, while referencing a report that says malaria accounts for 60% of outpatient visits to hospital and 40% admission. Today is World Children's Day. The day was first established in 1954 as Universal Children's Day and is celebrated on November 20 each year to promote international togetherness, awareness among children worldwide, and improving children's welfare. November 20 is an important date as it is the date in 1959 when the UN General Assembly adopted the Declaration of the Rights of the Child, and on the same day in 1989 adopted the Convention of the Rights of the Child. Since 1990, World Children's Day also marks the anniversary of the date that the UN General Assembly adopted both the Declaration and the Convention on Children's Rights. The day offers stakeholders an inspirational entry point to advocate, promote, and celebrate children's rights, translating into dialogues and actions that will build a better world for children. In foreign news, the wife of Ugandan opposition figure Kizza Besigye says he has been kidnapped in neighboring Kenya and sent back home, where he is being held in a military jail. In a post on X, Winnie Byanyima wrote that her husband has been seized in Kenya's capital, Nairobi, last Saturday during a book launch event. But Byanyima, who noted that her husband is being held in a military jail in Kampala, demanded that the government of Uganda release him. Meanwhile, Army spokesperson Felix Kulayigye told the Ugandan radio network agency that he would be arraigned at a court later. He did not expressly state if the military was holding him. Besigye, who is 68, led the FDC, contested and losing 4 presidential elections against incumbent Yoweri Museveni, who has been in power since 1986. In sport now, former UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman has admitted he may not be prepared to face undefeated Shavkat Rakhmonov at UFC 310 on December 7 in Las Vegas. The Nigerian Nightmare, who had earlier expressed interest in the bout, revealed that while he saw the fight as winnable, the December date must be too soon for his return to the octagon. The opportunity arose after current champion Belal Muhammad was forced to withdraw from his scheduled title defense against Rakhmonov due to a bone infection in his foot at the T-Mobile Arena. The 37-year-old fighter's hesitation comes during a challenging period in his career as he currently rides a 3-fight losing streak. While Rakhmonov has expressed interest in facing the former champions, UFC officials are yet to reach out to Usman's team regarding the potential matchup. And that's it on the news at noon. But just before we go, do not drink and drive. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration strengthened alliance with 200 representatives from various women-focused NGOs in the state as part of effort to alleviate the economic plight of women resident in the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State's Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has identified the need to focus on boosting the non-oil alternatives that will aid full diversification of the national economy. The Minister of Health, Ali Pate, has expressed concern over the rising prevalence of malaria in Ogun State. He noted that while malaria prevalence is coming down nationally, it is rather spiking in the state. We also told you that the wife of the Ugandan opposition figure, Kizza Besigye, said he has been kidnapped in neighboring Kenya and sent back home, where he is being held in a military jail. Finally, in sport, former UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman has admitted he may not be prepared to face undefeated Shavkat Rakhmonov at UFC 310 on December 7 in Las Vegas. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Uluporoku. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.